Well, hi again, and welcome to the fast diet, which Jenny and I have found over years of practicing has been the easiest and most effective way for us to keep in trim while enjoying the foods and the drinks that we do. And we believe it's also very effective for everybody because it gives you the freedom to work within your own character, lifestyle, and tastes while simply following a few simple rules, which are actually quite easy to follow. And we've taught them over 7 steps to make the process even easier. Today we're going to deal, though, with something that does come up. It's a very, very important topic, and it's probably, in fact, one of the most important single factors that makes a difference as to whether whatever you do in life is going to be success or a failure. So what is the biggest reason, Jen, that we think that people actually will fail at their diets?
It's probably other people, because the chances are that if you're overweight, you're probably surrounded by people who undermine you for all sorts of different reasons. And for that purpose, for this purpose, you really need to choose the right people and know how to deal with other people that who undermine you.
That is so right. You have to really get the world off your back and on your side. Absolutely. And we have a simple way that we do this that we're going to present to you today that I think you will find rather fun, but it's a very, very powerful process, and it's actually remarkably easy to do. But the chances are that you're not doing it, and most people aren't doing it. So do stay tuned for this one because it's a really important one. We basically suggested that each week you create a SMART plan, which is basically the way in which you propose improving your diet and lifestyle that week, step by simple step. So you look at one main thing each week, and we've shown you how to do that. And we've said that yesterday you review the results that you've got with the aim of deciding what changes, if any, you're going to make this coming week. Now, the way that we suggest you do this is to find somebody who may be a friend or even your husband or your wife. We actually do this sometimes on ourselves, but it could even be somebody you don't know. But to find somebody who's going to be your planning partner, and we have a formula, don't we, Jen, that we apply
indeed, yeah.
For
like co-coaching or co-counseling was something that was around in the 70s, but it's just a way of working with someone on both of your agendas simultaneously, rather than each of you having life coaches. And we believe in personal empowerment. You may need life coaches for other things, but for your own day-to-day life, we think it's best you work with other people.
So this is a simple process. It actually takes a quarter of an hour. You can do it. If you're used to online things, of course you could do it as a hangout with somebody. You can do it as a Skype call. It just needs, if you do it with your planning partner.
We wouldn't recommend email, though. We believe you have to do it in real time.
Communication.
Yeah,
the person can be quite different from you. Doesn't have to be specially skilled. Certainly doesn't have to understand about coaching. It's a simple 3-part formula called the RQA formula, and that stands for the results, the questions, and the action plan that you want for next week. And so applied with just 2 people. It takes a quarter of an hour, which means that you will speak for 7 or 8 minutes, and then the other person will speak for 7 or 8 minutes. And in the questions part, you're inviting the other person to contribute to help you to create your action plan.
And then at the end, you recap each one on the intentions for 30 seconds each.
Now, Jenny, of course, is so bored with my own because we have been married for many years, and so I don't think I will go into it this full thing. But basically, yesterday we ran you through how you get clear about your results. So all you really do is give a report on that. I mean, in my own case, I'm maintaining my current regimen because it's suiting me, and I'm finding that I'm quite energized. I'm enjoying it. And so I'm on a maintenance trip. But you may find that things arise that you do want some help with, and that's where your planning partner really helps in 2 ways. First, well, three ways actually. First of all, by communicating to somebody else, you get clearer about where you're at. That's the first crucial thing. But in communicating, you get your ideas together. It's fun to do. And then Jen, what comes out of this question stage two of this process?
Well, purely in formulating a question is actually helpful, and in knowing you have to formulate a question, it's a good way to look through your results for the week and see the areas where you think are a little bit weak, and perhaps you've got the ladder slightly misaligned and you need to do something a bit differently. And often you're not quite sure, and it's quite often somebody else looking at it from outside can suggest things that they've tried or whatever. And it's as well as helping you formulate exactly what the issue is and trying to explain it to someone else, then it helps you, even if it's probably unlikely they'll come up with the solution, but you have the answer inside you, and the idea is that the other person will question you about anything that isn't clear.
Oh, that's so right. That is so right. In talking to another person, you really do get in touch with what really is going on inside you, provided you follow this simple
And the time
formula.
limit is very important, because you need to prepare for this conversation.
Yes, John, not playing at being amateur psychologists here or therapists. Really, this is really about friend to friend almost. You're really just reporting your results, discussing any questions that arise, and then crucially, it's easy to have intentions, but to actually declare an intention makes it far more powerful. There is a concept which sounds horrible, but it's actually so powerful, called accountability, which is that if we declare our intentions to the world, we are far more likely to achieve them, because the process of going public with somebody, even one other person, just with your planning partner, and saying, I intend this coming week to do this. My smart plan for this coming week, say, is to walk faster. Well, just by declaring that intention, when you the week after have your next session with your planning partner, knowing that the planning partner is going to ask you what results did you get for that, doesn't that make all the difference, Jen?
Absolutely does, yeah, it really does. And so we really recommend you think about somebody you can work with for a set period. You may start with, say, 3 weeks and see how it goes, and then review whether you want to keep going. So it's not a marriage for life, but if you can find somebody that works well with you in your right time zone for both of you, then it's a really, really helpful way to keep your life on track, not just your diet, but that's what we're talking about today.
Absolutely. And so just to wrap this up, leaving that aside for a moment, of course, if you're listening to this and you use YouTube, use Hangouts and so on, we have to suggest that Twitter is an amazingly good way, a good social tool to use, because it isn't as intrusive as Facebook in your personal life. You can create an account as a dieter. We have a Twitter account called @BFit, BFIT. If you follow BFit, then you will find that we tweet quite a lot about how to actually follow this fast diet plan, the 7 steps of it. And if you come to our website, innervision.com, INNERVISION.com, you will be
soon to be on the banner.
You will be able to sign up for our newsletter, which actually we're going to be talking about ways to find a perfect planning partner, and we'll be helping you with that, as well as making available some audio training that we're preparing for our forthcoming book called The Fast Diet Plan. That book will be available through all the normal sources, iTunes, Audible, and Amazon, and so on. And if you sign up on our newsletter, you will be given the option for being an early adopter. You can give us feedback if you want to. We'd certainly love to have feedback on how things are going. And so we should just head on over to innervision.com, follow this account BFit on Twitter, and basically reach out to somebody else today, connect, and enjoy the power of the.
Absolutely. And enjoy Twitter if you're not already on Twitter. I can't recommend it highly enough.
Good fun. It should all be good fun.
Cocaine of the internet, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hope you found this okay. We've obviously we're somewhat long-winded, but the principles are sound, and the processes are very sound. We practice these processes ourselves, and we certainly enjoy our lifestyle. So hope you will find it as useful as we have.
Have a good weekend. Thanks
Bye.
for listening. Bye.